Hello, this is me again, Selim Maalouf, right from Inbound 2025 in San Francisco. This is day one of general admission, and with me today is Cody Holden, who leads product work across APIs, MCP, and platform teams at HubSpot. His focus is on building the connective tissue that lets partners, developers, and customers extend HubSpot in powerful new ways. With the fall Spotlight announcements bringing major updates to HubSpot's API and the new MCP protocol, I'm excited to dig into what this means for the ecosystem and how it empowers both app partners and end users. Hello, Cody.
Hey, very happy to be here with you again today. It was great to see you again last year. I'm really excited about a lot of stuff we're doing MCP and API, and super stoked to talk to you guys about it today.
Yeah, we're excited as well. So my first question is, app partners and customers are always asking for new APIs. Can you walk us through how HubSpot decides on what to build next and what factors weigh most heavily when prioritizing an API?
Yes, really important question. I say one thing that we can completely understand at HubSpot. In an ideal state, we'd love to have full feature parity across our APIs and make things, anything you could imagine within the platform, extensible to developers as well. However, we also know the idea of making teams build APIs because of a moral imperative, we should have APIs for API's sake, is never going to work. So as we're developing things move forward, we have date-based versioning coming out, which has been announced earlier today. Very exciting, new platform approach for us at HubSpot. And this will give us the opportunity to republish our entire suite of APIs, whether that's at Fall Spotlight or Spring Spotlight every year. Whenever we're evaluating each of those candidates, one of the things we're really pushing for is really enforcing betas and success criteria for APIs. So whenever we have teams looking at APIs, A, you should be considering extensibility if available for that. And B, you should be having a very curated beta. And with this date-based versioning system, we're able to promote those release candidates on a given cadence as well. So first is setting up that infrastructure. Secondary for that is how do we provide value? And as I mentioned, if it should be extensible, you should build an API. What does extensibility mean there? I think for a lot of this, it's really usage and it's really partners and it's really turning things over to our partner community about how they can be creative and solve in their various niches. One of the things that I care a lot about and I get excited about is APIs, MCP, platform, building something, a foundation that is not always the most attractive part of a house, but if there's anything wrong with it, it can become aware. It makes me really excited to build that framework out and then allow partners to come in and decide what kind of stuff can we build on top of this and make it meaningful, and then how can we extend APIs to help those partners make those use cases more palatable.
I love it. A lot of people are excited to build on HubSpot. Recently, MCP became a thing, and with the new MCP server updates for HubSpot, you're essentially giving external AI tools a more native way to connect with HubSpot's data. How do you envision developers and businesses using this protocol in practice? And what's the most exciting use case you've seen so far?
I've been working in APIs and product management for about 10 years now. The idea of making something extensible and expansive to where all of my data can be working together has been really attractive. The same thing that brought me to APIs is what brought me to MCP. I think it's going to be the next big thing. And one of the biggest things that it's brought to us is the ability to reduce an app's creation time, or really an integration. The amount of time it takes you to spin up an MCP server, expose that to HubSpot, have us integrate that, as compared to a general timeline for building an app, it is much, much, much faster. Yeah. And we also get to benefit off all the AI and automation that we have here as well. So one of the use cases that I've been really liking, we've been building out our HubSpot MCP server, as a lot of people know, and then also HubSpot as an MCP client. This launched into Inbound today, I believe, as well. And what this would allow is customers who are customizing a given agent to add in one of 4, as of today, we'll have a lot more soon, but one of 4 additional tools, Zapier, Asana, Notion, and Atlassian. So where you can synthesize data from those systems with Breeze AI at the helm. So one of the use cases that I like to talk about is we have a deal loss agent. Let's say every month I need to report up to my leadership about deal loss. We have that in HubSpot. That's great, but it's highly localized there. Let's say we also have a lot of detail on our contacts, on our deals within Atlassian, within Confluence, within Jira. And then let's say my executive likes to view things in Notion. With the power of MCP and Deal Loss Agent, with some real natural language prompting, is quite easy to set up. I'm able to create an agent to where at the end of the month or running ambiently, it will summarize all of my HubSpot objects. It will take that and it will synthesize that with Confluence data that I have, create a draft document in Notion, use the Zapier MCP to send a link to my manager in Gmail and send a link to my team in Slack, all in one fell swoop, that's running ambiently with the power of Breeze. So that's one of the things that's really exciting to me. It'd be very difficult to set that up as kind of an one-off app way, but really the synthesis of all this stuff together and allowing customers to drive it with natural language is one of the biggest things about MCP, and I'm really excited about opening up the platform more.
Those are exciting use cases. I have to ask, as someone who is always thinking like, hey, is my app next? Where's the best place for users and partners to track like the roadmap of what new tools are getting MCP support for HubSpot as a client?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, that's great. I say, currently we're still evaluating our next swath of MCP servers to be added in as a client. I think one of the things you can always check your product updates, and we're being very aggressive in providing betas and getting this stuff out as soon as possible to allow users to use. It's very difficult for me to be prescriptive in all the use cases. I love the deal loss agent example I put forth there. What I'm really excited about is our customers using that. So I'd say stay engaged, reach out. You can reach out directly to me, which I'm sure if we have this on LinkedIn, I would love to connect with anyone who's excited about MCPs or APIs, or if you're not excited and you'd like to check that out further as well. But also at the same time, I think we really be evaluating and having a roll-in cadence of moving from 4 to 30 to 50 to 100 MCP server connections in the very near future as well.
If you're taking suggestions, I hope you add integration with ClickUp.
Excellent. For sure. Well, duly noted.
From your vantage point, as someone overseeing like the entire landscape of the API, which of the latest APIs or MCP updates are you personally most excited about, and why?
Honestly, I would say, I don't know if this shows that I'm too deep in the platform world or I've been here too long. It's honestly the date-based versioning moving forward is extremely exciting for me. Whenever I talk, to developers at HubSpot, there's a lot of people with extreme expertise on the platform. It's very exciting, and it's kind of taken years to build that platform knowledge. Sometimes when I'm asking someone what the nuances of difference between associations V3 or V4 associations are, you really have to have some expertise to do so. And then things are changing. Your expectations around breaking changes are essentially on like rolling windows right now. At the end of the day, it makes it difficult for developers to have a predictable scenario when they're working with an external system in which predictability is king. So that's kind of the problem space that we were at. If you guys are developers on HubSpot, maybe that you'll empathize with some of that. Now, as we move into kind of AI agents and more agentic style workflows, the predictability and having a consistent semantics across your APIs becomes radically more important. Some of the nuances that a experienced developer would be able to look into and kind of suss out, an AI agent is not going to be looking at that in the same way. So with date-based versioning, we're going to be releasing all of our APIs, and you can see it within the semantics of the endpoint itself in September and in March every year, coinciding with our spotlights. In which case, it'll be readily apparent to both user and AI, like what's the latest APIs, when are the updates coming, and we'll have an 18-month minimum support window to give you even more assurance to build on the platform, and it's more reliable. So for me, it's something that's been a long time coming, and it's going to really allow us to move much more quickly in developing meaningful APIs, meaningful integrations, and meaningful deliverables for you guys as our partners.
That's really exciting. What my last question is there something you think the partner ecosystem hasn't fully appreciated yet?
Yeah, that's really interesting. I would say, as far as the partner ecosystem, some of the greatest strengths about that is everyone's expertise in their given niche, in their given vertical. I would say with kind of the rise of agent marketplace and some of these additional solutions to where it's not only apps that you guys can make available, but partners can find ways to serve their customers in myriad different ways. I would really want to take a look at the agent marketplace, and I would like to leverage, whatever skills that I have and the ways that I would be able to tune my agent or whatever my expertise would be, and leverage all of the marketing, all of the work, and all of the excitement that HubSpot has around agents, and really catch a ride with us on that. So I think that'd be really exciting. I don't want to say they're missing out because this is super new, right? But I would say as this comes up, as this becomes available, and as this becomes a focus for HubSpot, I would say, early adopters, people really diving in, playing with it, getting their hands dirty, are going to really reap the rewards in coming years.
Cody, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. And everybody, thank you for following our coverage of Inbound 2025. Thank you again for following us.